Hello everyone, welcome to Dry Academy. I'm your host Ali. This is our fifth video in the Next.js tutorial series. In this video, we will polish our blog with a minimum set of CSS. So, without any further ado, let's get started. First off, we are going to add some CSS code and we will create new CSS file as well. In this file layout.module.css, we will going to add some CSS code. Now inside the styles folder, I'm going to create another file called utils.modules.css. Inside this file, I'm going to paste some CSS code, saving the file. Now let's go to our layout.js file. In this layout file, we have nothing much. Now we are going to modify this layout file so that we can use that layout for every pages across our blog website. Currently, this layout component will just hold the children props. I'm going to add a Next.js provided head element to this component. For that, at first, let's import the head. Import head from next head. Now, inside this div, I'm going to put the head here like this. Inside this head, I'm going to add a fav icon like this. For the fav icon, we have already a fav icon in our folder inside public, and we have the favicon.ico file here. So I'm just going to put this icon here. So to access the public folder, we have to just write slash and favicon.ico like this. Now I'm going to add a metadata as well. Meta name, description, content, Next.js tutorial by Ali Hayder. So now if we wrap any component with this layout component, this head will be common to all the components, and all the wrapped components elements will be here in this children. I want to add some more code to this file. For that, I am going to add a normal HTML element header. In this header, I am going to add a class name from our layout module CSS styles.header. I'm just going to narrow down this sidebar a little bit. Now inside this header, I want to add a image. For that, I'm going to use the next image component. First off, let's import this image component, like import image from next image. Now here, image, it's a self-closing tag. Inside this image component, I'm going to add a props called priority. So this will prioritize our image over other elements. So in Next.js, this image component optimize any image to load page faster and many other benefits. You can check on the Next.js documentation. Now the source. For that, I'm going to add a picture of mine. Inside this public folder, I'm going to create another folder called images. Inside these images, I'm going to put an image of mine. So this is the image I pasted here. Now let's add the source like this: images slash profile jpeg. Now let's add a class name for this image component here. For that, I'm going to use the utils module css that I created earlier inside this styles folder. To use this, let's import it first. Import util style from styles utils.module.css. Let's go to our code. Class name util style dot border circle. After that, height, we're going to set 144 and width 144 as well, and the last one alt Ali Hayder. Now let's add a h1 under this Ali Hayder, and let's put this children inside a main element like this. So this is our code for layout.js file. I'm saving the file. Now let's add this layout to a page. Let's go to our first post page. Let's wrap this with the layout. For that, let's import the layout from layout components layout. So now layout, I'm going to move all this code inside the layout, and we don't need this div here. Let's prettify the code, saving the file. Now let's go to the browser. We have an error here. So the styles utils.modules.css global CSS cannot be imported. So the modules, we shouldn't have the S here. Let's fix it at first. Utils.modules, changing the file name. Let's change the import utils.modules. Now let's check. Yes, now it's working. Let's go to our first page inside blog, first post. So here in the first post page, our layout is working. So the profile picture and the name beneath it, this is coming from the layout component, and the first post and the blog page link is coming from the first post component. So if I go to the blog page, this is not wrapped with layout yet, so let's do it. In the index.js file inside this block folder, we are going to wrap this with our layout. So for that, let's import the layout at first. Layout from components layout. So here I wrapped all this code of the blog page inside this layout component. Now let's check again in the browser. Yeah, it's working. So let's go to the first post page. So here in the first post page, I don't want to keep this profile picture and name. This page will only be for post page. This is our blog homepage actually. So in this page, I want to show a little bio of me, and also I want to get rid of this blog page text here. Now let's do it. I'm going to just remove the blog page from here. After the head, I'm just going to add a paragraph here. So I just wrote here, I'm a software engineer and an instructor at Dry Academy on YouTube. So let's check in the browser. So yeah, it's showing here. Now we just have to remove this profile picture and this name from first post page. For that, we have to add a condition inside our layout component. So now let's edit our layout component. Inside our layout.js file, I'm going to render this image and this name conditionally. For that, I'm going to accept a props called home so that I can check it's home or not. So inside this header, this condition will be like this. Inside this curly braces, I'm going to check home, and if home exists, then home. I'm going to write a ternary operator here. If home exists, then show my code or null. Inside this bracket, I'm going to move all this code like this, and we have to put this code inside a React fragment like this. Let's prettify the code, saving the file. Now we have to pass this home props from our home so that we can check this. If it's home, then show this image, and if it's not, then nothing. For that, let's go to our index.js file, and here in the layout, I'm going to send the home from here, simply like this. I'm saving the file, and let's check on the browser. Yes, in the first post page, we are not seeing anything, but our layout is working. If we go to the blog page, it's working as well. Let's add some text so that it feels like a blog post. Let's go to the first post page. I'm going to add a paragraph here. Let's use a image shortcut, paragraph 4 lorem. So now we have 4 paragraphs with lorem ipsum dummy text. I'm saving the file and let's go to the browser. It's looking much better now. So this page will be our post page and this is the home of our blog page. So that's all for today. Please like the video and subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss the future tutorials. Don't forget to share your thoughts and suggestions in the comment section below. Peace.